If you're one of those who has been saying, "Please give Jamie Lee Curtis an Oscar," your wish has come true. The actress received the award for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, the question that arises is, what is harder, fighting the masked killer from Halloween or Michelle Yeoh's Evelyn Wong from Everything Everywhere All at Once? If you haven't yet heard of Jamie Lee Curtis, get ready to be entertained and surprised by her talent and life story. If you're not subscribed to the Infinity Stories channel yet, don't forget to subscribe for incredible stories about famous personalities. Leave your like and come discover this inspiring story. Director, screenwriter, and activist, Jamie Lee Curtis has written books, received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1998, and is now starring in the new Halloween trilogy, a revamped continuation of the 1978 classic. Politically engaged, talented, and versatile, Curtis managed to break free from the golden cradle that marked the beginning of her career. Born on November 22, 1958, Jamie Lee Curtis has had a career marked by ups and downs. The actress has always stood out for being discreet and avoiding scandals. Her life has been marked by harmful cosmetic surgery procedures that didn't go as planned, and she has struggled with alcoholism. Jamie Lee Curtis had to overcome the place that the industry insisted on keeping her in, that of the final girl, with invitations to participate in films like Prom Night, Terror Train, and other slasher movies, spin-offs of the success of Halloween, from 1978, directed and written by John Carpenter in partnership with Deborah Hill. The narrative brought Laurie Strode to the screen, a smart young woman who survives the killing spree and mystery of the masked psychopath Michael Myers, who escapes from the asylum after the murder of her sister, establishing a night of terror in the peaceful town of Hanfield, which never thought it would experience moments of pure horror. Strong, her character is a young woman who stands out for her intelligence, for remaining alert to the signs that something is very wrong on the same night that her friends indulge in carnal pleasures and don't feel the presence of evil. Laurie Strode puts her vulnerability aside and, even scared, decides to investigate what may be behind the mysterious atmosphere. Thinking about the continuation, the filmmakers had to come up with a strategy to recapture the minimal atmosphere of the first film and build something relevant. But some questioned the results. In Halloween 2, The Nightmare Continues, we discover that Laurie Strode is Michael Myers' sister, so she will continue to be pursued by the psychopath. Set a few hours after the events of the 1978 film, the sequel was Jamie Lee Curtis' last appearance until Halloween H20. 20 years later, the great return to the franchise, a gift of 2 decades to all fans. Jamie Lee Curtis was reluctant to return, but due to contractual issues, she had to participate in at least the opening scene. That's what we see in Halloween Resurrection, considered one of the worst films in the franchise. For those who believe that the saga of Laurie Strode and Michael Myers had ended in the 8th film of the franchise, they had to wait, with suspicion, for the return to the 40-year-old film released in 2018, which was acclaimed by critics and box office. As everything successful generates new endeavors, Halloween 2018 became part of a new trilogy, continued in Halloween Kills, The Terror Continues. It should be noted that the journey ends in 2022, with Halloween Ends, a narrative that brings Laurie Strode and Michael Myers in their final battle. Still in the world of horror, the actress participated in 2 seasons of the metalinguistic Scream Queens, playing the role of Dean Cathy Munch, a woman beyond the limits of political correctness, a character that allowed her to pay homage to Alfred Hitchcock's classic proto-slasher Psycho. Returning to the 1980s, Jamie Lee Curtis appeared in The Fog, directed by John Carpenter, a ghostly horror film about mysterious events that take place in a seaside town founded on the death of a group of pirates, back to collect debts from a past of bloodshed. In this work, she played Elizabeth Solly, a central character in the story, but not the protagonist. In 1988, her comedic tone earned her a Golden Globe nomination for her role as con artist Wanda Gershwitz, a partner in a criminal scheme that goes wrong and leads to numerous mishaps. The 1990s were quite busy for the actress, who appeared in Forever Young, a drama directed by Steve Miner about a man who becomes distraught over his wife's hit-and-run death, becoming a volunteer in an experimental project that is scheduled to put him in suspension for a year. After an accident in the lab, he is frozen for 50 years, waking up in the present and being helped by a boy and his mother, characters who help him integrate into a completely different world. Further on, the actress stars in the wild thriller Killer Passion from 1993, a plot that follows the line of resonant femme fatale from Fatal Attraction and Basic Instinct. In action movies, the actress made her mark in two heavyweight productions in that decade, True Lies from 1994 and Virus from 1999. In the first, she plays Helen Tasker, wife of Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. In the second, she appears as Kit Foster, entering a plot based on comics about a ship plagued by a malevolent extraterrestrial entity. Later, focused on the sensual pace of her plot, Jamie Lee Curtis also appeared in 2001 as Louise Pindell in The Tailor of Panama, alongside Pierce Brosnan. In 2003, the actress was in the fun Freaky Friday, exchanging bodies for a period with her daughter, played by Lindsay Lohan in a very productive phase of her career before her downfall. In 2019, in Knives Out, a narrative centered on the death of a renowned writer, a situation that establishes a panel of suspects, Linda Drysdale, Curtis's character, is one of these alleged people guilty of the enigmatic murder. In Everything Everywhere All at Once, Jamie Lee Curtis plays the Federal Revenue Inspector Deirdre Boberda. As Michelle Yeoh, who plays the protagonist Evelyn, says, "There are several genres in one movie. Action, comedy, drama, science fiction. The movie title says it all." Finally, Jamie Lee Curtis has been nominated 8 times for the Golden Globe, 3 times for the BAFTA, once for the Emmy, and once for the Grammy. But despite the long list of awards, this was her first Oscar nomination. After 50 years in her career, something that her famous parents, Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis, never achieved, Jamie Lee Curtis took home her first Oscar. The actress won Best Supporting Actress, playing Deirdre, in the brilliant Everything Everywhere All at Once. In her speech, the actress stated, "To all the people who supported every movie I've made over the years, we won an Oscar." What do you think of Jamie Lee Curtis's trajectory? What is your favorite character? Tell us in the comments, and if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe and follow the endless stories to come.